Cancer. This will be your extended version to have a look and see what's coming up around this relationship, okay? What is bringing you and this person together? And then, of course, the areas where you could really shine together, but also the areas where you may face a few obstacles here. So let's have a look first and foremost at what is bringing the both of you together, Cancer. Okay, you've got Soulcraft. I often associate soulmate connections with this card here, so that's very nice to see. You've got the number 1, which is a powerful new beginning. So I think this is a bit of a restart or starting with a fresh slate here, so to speak. I think you're being drawn together. Okay, this is a very strong soul connection, so I think this could very well speak. This could very well speak of a twin flame or soul mate union here. You've got the lotus flower, which is a symbol of creation, so that's very nice here. And Soulcraft is really being drawn to something and building it because your soul is yearning for it. Now, this is highly spiritual playing field here, Cancer. So I think this is why you're so drawn, and this is why I think it's a major love. It's a big love for a lot of you. Be a really big relationship here that you have. But let's have a look at the strengths. Okay, the Tower card has come up once again, but it's come up in your strengths. Okay, so Scorpio energy, the 5 of Swords, the Tower card. This is some very interesting cards, and read in a context of strength, Cancer. I think there's a lot of lessons from the past that you're going to incorporate into this relationship, or you're going to learn from the past and apply. It's almost like you're going to apply these lessons, everything you've learned in relationships, in marriages, in civil partnerships. I think there's a lot of lessons that you're going to be applying here. I really do. I feel like there's something really magnetic between the both of you. You've got the Tower card here, and this is unforeseen circumstances. So I think one of your strengths is going to be how you handle these circumstances. And the Death card can speak about endings and new beginnings. I think for some of you, you might get a couple of chances at this relationship. And it's almost like you're going to get a chance to make things right or mend things, Cancer. And if it's not you, it's them. Scorpio energy is a very attached energy. It's water energy. So I feel like this is the concept of the emotion that you'll feel towards each other. This is very strong. But I think if you are learning from the past, or if you are coming back from second chances and you are reviving this relationship, it's a very beautiful potential here. I definitely feel you'll be called to each other. But look, the 5 of Swords is communicating, and it's expressing yourself in a very healthy way. It's knowing when to give each other boundaries. It's knowing when to give each other space, independence, and or autonomy. It's knowing when to pick up the pieces. I feel like it's apologies. I feel like it's apologies and kindness, because the 5 of Swords is not read in a context of let's leave it behind. It's read in a context of strength. So your ability to pick up the pieces, maybe communicate, express yourself, express how you're feeling. I think there's a deep appreciation, I think, for the way in which you both communicate. And it's almost like you're going to try and integrate ways to be stronger together. And that's what you do with the Tower card, because it's almost like you're both involved. You're both in it together. And this immediately makes me think that there's a lot of support between the both of you. This immediately makes me think when something is happening with one, it's happening to the other. And straight away, Cancer, look at that. I mean, you're a team here. What you do together. What you feel together. And maybe, I don't know if this whole soul binding concept coming through here. And it's exhibited in those sorts of examples, but it very well could be. The Death card can also be a bit of mystery and secrets, I feel. But that's coming up in your strength, so I don't know if this is like keeping each other's secrets. I also feel like there might be a strong point here is acceptance of each other's pasts. I don't know if this is exes or a lifestyle you may have had in the past, Cancer, or perhaps a lifestyle they may have had in the past. But it's seeing past that. It's accepting them for who they are and who their past has shaped them to be. And I mean, if this doesn't speak of something very real and very raw, then I don't know what does, because you're going to accept them for them. For all their shortcomings, you know, their darkness, their strengths, their flaws, their moments of power. You're going to accept them as they are. And I think they're going to accept you as you are. Let's have a look at, and I do feel like because a Tower card can point to, it can be like a phallic symbol here, so I feel like this may point to sexual connection and chemistry. That could definitely be your strong point here, Cancer. You'll be very attracted to this person. So let's have a look and see challenges. Okay, the Magician, you had Aries with the Emperor, and you also have it with the Magician. So there can be a bit of opposition here or disagreement. It's the way in which you handle conflict here. The Magician likes independence and autonomy. So I don't know here if you need to give each other more space, or there might be a time that comes around in this relationship where you need to be more trusting. The Magician is sometimes seen as a manipulator or a trickster. And this is his mischievous behavior here. So I'm wondering there could be some sort of manipulation happening in this relationship that could be detrimental. Okay, I don't know if it's options. The Three of Cups is here, can sometimes be a third-party situation. I don't know if this is like jealousy, because I feel the King of Wands is so alert. You can see even in the way he sits, like he sees everything. Everything has his attention. He's observant. He's absorbing his environment, he's scanning things, he's ready to act. And it's that sort of impulsive energy, which is also evidenced with the Magician and the Emperor. And I don't know if this is being quick to judge or quick to presume or quick to accuse. But sometimes I think with the Three of Cups, read in a context of challenge, I feel like this is not taking something seriously enough. Now, it could be one of you, it could be both of you, but there could be times throughout this relationship where one of you isn't taking it as seriously enough, and one still potentially wants to have this sort of lifestyle. I don't know if there's jealousy or trust issues that may resurface because this person has a lot of friends from the same sex, opposite sex. I don't know, but it could be. The Magician is also known to be competitive. So I don't know if the two of you are quite competitive together as characters, as people. And when you do come together, there might be a bit of that competitive energy that comes out through the relationship here. But the Magician wants instant gratification. So I'm leaning towards more of an anxious tendency. It could be you, it could be them, but it wants to be, the Magician wants that gratification and he wants it yesterday. And I wonder if this person is going to potentially be a little bit impatient with you, Cancer. You might be impatient with them in seeing results or seeing them do things for you. It's a bit of an unsettled energy because the Magician is very fast-paced. The King of Wands is very fast-paced. So I think it's important not to rush things, or you might rush to get conclusions or rush to get answers or rush to get some sort of validation. So I think the important message here is to slow down in your approach to this relationship, or if need be, Cancer, you might have to have that conversation with this person to slow down if they're the one that's a little bit unsettled and going too fast, maybe too fast for your liking. But it can be manipulation, so manipulating each other. Maybe even trying to make each other jealous to evoke an emotional response. And this is not, it happens so common in relationships when our partner or our person of interest doesn't react the way we want them to, or the way we feel they should be reacting. Then suddenly we go into this overdrive mode and we conjure up these ways of how can we get this emotional response, and will that emotional response validate the feelings that you think they're supposed to be feeling. So it's very complex and it's very intertwined, but I think that might be something you need to, I guess, look out for or notice. I guess be more self-aware when this behavior is happening as well. I will leave your reading at that though, Cancer, so thank you again for all your support.